everybody, welcome back to the 100K Bingo or Bust Bankroll Challenge. Bankroll currently sits at 7,300. We did initially run it up to 10.5K, ran down, and we've kind of been on the biggest break-even stretch we've ever been on, but we are coming out of it so far this month. We started the month around like 5,500 or something like that. We're up to, like I said, 73. We're about halfway through. Haven't played a ton, but starting to feel a little bit better. It's really been it's been a showdown disaster almost. Like we're barely winning at showdown, so it's been a pretty big break-even stretch because of that. Um, but I think we're starting to come out of it a little bit here and there. So we'll kind of just keep peppering forward, and we'll see how everything kind of falls. Oh, excuse me. Just got up. Late start to the day. We are going to call the Jack 7. Do turn a flush draw. He does, so he 3-bet his pre, barreled and barreled again with the Jack of clubs in the pair. I think we call. 7's probably good, Jack's probably good, and clubs are also probably good. So we're not going to be going anywhere there on the turn. The barrels again on the river. We could consider going somewhere. I think he probably doesn't fold a queen to pretty much anything. Think I'd probably just show down the 7 because we beat hands like King Jack, Ace Jack, Ace King, like Ace 4 suited, a bunch of Ace X type hands. So I think yeah, we'll just show it down here. Here in the top right, I think we have to call the bet here, and I think that's fine. Make the straight. I don't think heads up we can get away. Fold 9-6. We just fold Jack 4 here. Get beat up at the old NL 25 table. Unfortunately. Holy, I'm exhausted. So we took on sort of a new plan. So it'll affect the bankroll challenge a little bit, just in the sense that our updates will only be, the bankroll updates will only be weekly, because we're trying only to look at our bankrolls on like whatever Sunday or Monday kind of thing. So just to kind of see how things have been going. Yesterday went pretty good. Overall, had some swings, ran good, but we're still significantly below EV at NL 100. About 16 buy-ins below EV, so it's 1,600. So that's made a sort of a tilting and big difference. I'll raise the Jack 9 off. We are going to ISO the Ace 6. Oh, we finally make it. And on this board, we're not really going to be slow playing here. We're basically targeting like 5-6, King 6, Queen 6, 7 X's, pocket 8s, 8, 9, 4, 5, club draws, all that kind of stuff. Anything else, like he's just going to fold, whether we bet 6 or bet 2. It's pretty much nothing that's going to call the one that doesn't call the other in this board. Against a raise and a 3-bet, we'll just let the 7s go. And we'll try to table start here. So there are a few other 50 tables up and running. We're just, it's really holy man, on the sidelines for them. took on sort of a new plan, so we'll affect the bankroll challenge a little bit. Yeah, it's been a little while since we streamed. Things have just been kind of busy all over the place, so it's been a little more difficult to find it. And now we do three with the a7 suited. Where's cutoff? Fold to a 4-bet. Overall, had some swings, ran good, but we're still significantly below EV at NL 100. About 16 buy-ins below EV, so it's 1600. Okay. So that's made fold to queen 7. Sort of a tilted, big difference. We'll raise the jack 9 off. Grab an ISO the ace 6. Okay, we'll read the king 10 of diamonds, bump that up. Raise the ace king suited. And on this board, we're not really going to be slow playing. Okay, it's a pretty good flop for our hand. Like 5, 6. You just go half pot out of position. 7 X's, pocket 8s, 8, 9, 4, 5. Heads up, I'd see bet this a ton. Multi-way without a spade, I think we can just check here. Okay, we're gonna continue barreling here with the ace king. And with a bet and a call, we just fold. With a spade, obviously, we call. Without a spade, I think we'll just get out of the way when we're stuck in the middle here. See if he jams this. Nope. That's exactly why we get out of the way. Okay, on this board, we don't see bet 8-10, but with our hand we do. We can barrel on all the clubs, all the 5s, all the 2s, any 6, any ace. Pretty much any jack as well. Small blind will just fold jack 8 suited right now. I can't remember if the small pocket pairs prefer 3-betting here. I think when you have a villain who doesn't 4-bet out of the big, like out of the small blind versus big blind, anywhere near enough, I think it's better just to like 3-bet your entire range that you're gonna play. So this is a board where when we have like aces, kings, queens, we do a lot of checking. So I think jack 1's here. That's a good turn card. And then we're gonna go bet bet. Obviously with the deuce, we're gonna go bet bet now for sure. And we'll just think like, what range does he really like? We're not worried about spades once he checks twice. He could have like 6s, 7s. It's more likely just has like queen jack, queen king, ace jack off, like something like that. I think if he had a 9, or better, he'd bet. If he had spades or clubs, he'd bet after I checked back flop. Especially if he didn't have a pair, he'd be trying to not let us just, get 6 outs to the turn. If we had like, say, ace king, king queen, or like ace queen, stuff like that. So we just want to attack that range. So yeah, just a few tables up and running this morning. Probably won't be too long of a stream. We started it late. We did need to get a stream in. We do need to get some updates in. Been slacking on the streams, which is stalling out our goals of getting monetized. So we're kind of working towards that. Queen three suited will definitely be bumping up. Yeah, he's not three betting enough. The issue with him, if he's going to be calling a ton, it's just going to put us in really bad spots post flop. And he's pretty much not three betting any hand range. So you can have the only worst cutoff over. I think we'll just let this go. I think we have better hands to do something with. Okay, open under. Um, or sorry, flush draw. Is that? I don't know. You consider a gut shot straight flush draw or something. Oh, excuse me. Good lord. All right. So for poker coming up, there's the World Series of Poker circuit events in Montreal at the playground. I think we might try and play a few of those events. They're supposed to be pretty good. We have pretty good value in them. I imagine they bust through all the guarantees too. Leads into us. We call at least one here. This guy's just like playing at every single hand, so I don't really think I can fold really at any point to him, or I can if he goes like 5x. Hey, we're gonna three bet the ace jack suited. So he just kind of seems like a typical, sort of like a live player where he's just looking to see every single flop. You really have to blast him to get him to fold a hand. It's like connected or suited or anything like that. Hold the 6-3. The nines, I think, are fine to call. It's gotten a bit bigger from under the gun. It's a good flop for us. We're going to lead into him. Booster sees snap calls. And then he also overcalls. This is very confusing. Jacks or something weird. Ace king. Yeah, it's a very strange hand. The ace king. I guess he's getting odds to bank an ace or a king maybe, and he has the king of hearts. I guess it makes enough sense to follow at least one there. Give him my small bet. Three bet the queen jack suited from the button. Not a great flop, fortunately. Thing against this guy is I think he's either gonna have sixes, deuces, fives, yeah, and raise us, maybe tens, maybe jacks, or he's just gonna check fold. Anything else, we're just gonna win the hand right there. Did we lose somebody? Yeah, okay. There's these full suited. I'll definitely defend the king 10. Heads up. And we'll defend one more heads up. Any pair is significantly better heads up. This that's not good though. Lose to 10 8, 10 9, Jack 10. We beat Queen 10, we lose to Ace 10, we lose to 10 9, Jack 10. And he's like double barreled and then overbet, so I think you just let it go. Obviously, like when he overbets river, he's saying, he has an 8, so that's kind of the decision point there. Could he have an 8? I think he could, so I think we just let it go. I think that's fine. We're gonna 3-bet button versus cutoff and jam over a 4-bet. Okay, raise the fours. And we're just gonna jam here. He's more than capable of 4-betting light. He's more than capable of having, obviously, aces here. This table hasn't been good to us. Okay, we're gonna 3-bet the king queen. Against this guy, we're gonna just call the jack nine suited. He's just not folding to 3-bets, so it's, in my opinion, really not worth trying to attack him enough with this hand. Like if we had king jack suited, then yeah, because he's gonna call with stuff that's way worse. It's just jack nine's not super high up like the flip chain for pure hand strength. Three bet the 10-6 suited. I think we can just fold to his first 4-bet. Full 3x we're going to fold to, and we'll just see if that's going to be his standard open or what. Okay, we'll fold the 9-4. Fold king 7. But overall, this last month's been pretty good. We went on a crazy heater for the first quarter of the month where we were winning at like 40 BBs per 100, which is pretty insane. So we've since gone on a bit of a break-even stretch over the last few days. You know, whatever, 3 or 4 days following that, and we've kind of started to win again here. I'm going to call with the ace here. Yeah. He's basically saying he has a jack with the overbet there. I don't believe that he has a jack with the way the hand played out. Just like the min click on the turn doesn't really make sense to me to be a jack. And jack 7 off is right on the cusp. That table date, or no, that's the table. This board, we're just going to bet big against this villain, especially if he has an ace, he's not folding. So we just want to attack him. He does let it go. You could argue checking back turn maybe if we think he's actually an aggressive villain. We're just gonna see bet this board. Let's say so he tanked pre like he wanted a 3-bet, and then he tanked check raised here. I'm just gonna fold. Of course. If I'd like use X, I'd call. Pocket fives were just toast pretty well. Okay. And we'll short it with high. And we will barrel here with the ace-6 suited. I'm not quite sure what happened there, to be honest. It's good. It's good flop. What did we do on this hand? Raise, just called. That was a weird call. And we're gonna do nothing but call here. Queen 5. Goes to 6-7 suited, which he does theoretically have some of in his range. Goes big. I think we're gonna raise this. I think he just has too many overpairs at this point. And I think if like an 8, a 9, a spade, a 6, 7, if they all fall on the river, he ends up just like check giving up. We don't want. Okay, queen's a great card, obviously. He checks to us. What's he gonna check? He's gonna check some aces. Aces are gonna check call 1. 10 jack obviously calls. They might raise 10 jack. Just let's go. Okay, and raise the 10-7. Not a super great board. We'll just check that back. Fold 7 deuce. And we're going to 3-bet the queens. No action. And we'll raise the ace-5 suited, fold the 8-4. Min open, we have to defend the 4-5. He likes to check back raise turn. Good Lord. I don't think we can call 5. And I think we just jam here. He has some 6x, but he has a lot of like Queen 10, Jack 10, um, 10 9, 10 8, flush draws, pocket eights, stuff like that. Hopefully we made a pair. God damn it. Burn through all that winnings real quick. I wouldn't be surprised to see him dip out here shortly. He got paid there because he's been check raising quite a bit. Okay, we're gonna value bet the 8. Okay, we're gonna barrel the King 10. Just running. It's always a bit suspicious when somebody pops up that you've never seen before, heads up, and just like is actually playing properly and pretty good. Just because it's so easy to RTA, heads up. We will 4-bet here, just like random hands. If he's 3-betting hands like 8 deuce suited, then we're gonna have to start 4-betting. Bunch of crap. What the heck happened here? Windsor kick fold calls. Alright, we're just gonna bet small. They both call. What the hell's going on here? King gives us some hope. Not not enough hope to call that though. That could be king versus aces, but obviously the money goes in. This is our general way we run. Super tilting. Never ends. Nice 3-bet an 8 deuce and writes up with pocket aces. At least he stayed. I doubt he stayed long though. It's very rare we find somebody willing to play heads up that actually like sticks around. Six five suited, we raise up. Gonna play it off like we have ace king, check back flop. Okay, now we're just gonna call. Actually, I think we just okay. Nice. Money's probably going in anyways, but the check back kind of secures it. Okay, and we hold. Okay, flop bottom pair. He never has anything overly strong there, unless it's specifically like king five or king eight or eight five or something like that. Okay. No action with queens. Five ball. I'm gonna call the king high. Surprised he didn't value bet before then, but okay. Check here. Definitely defending the eight. Okay, ready king jack. Three bet king queen suited. Check call the ace 10. If he blasts again, we can just fold. Bit of a weird check raise. Block queen king. We block queen check. I just wonder if he calls like 5-6 and 4-5. He does check back. So confusing. Like, what world does somebody double check raise? On queen 5-5. Doesn't have aces, doesn't have kings, doesn't have queens. I don't actually believe him. It's not doing this with ace X. Would he ever double check raise the queen there? No. He would never double check raise ace high there. So my theory is he either has potentially ace queen. Sixes, that's just fucking stupid as shit. Well, we already had absolutely nothing. He just played sixes like a yoo-hoo. I guess because he blocked 5-6. He just went to bluff town. It's kind of suspicious. Honestly, if he shoved there, I might have called. I just didn't want to shove there because I figured we beat everything he had. Maybe I should have just shoved. Okay, check here. I'm happy with the hand. I think we read it properly. He just happened to have a hand bluffing with a hand that beat us. Then we'll just stab here with the 10-9 in the gut shot. I think I'm actually going to save this hand. But I hate when it does that. Fold the king 3. Computer's just so. Okay, raise jack 9. Just gonna fold here. The queen 7 off. We're just gonna fold. I think maybe we shove river there. I just wonder if he calls river if we shove. Good flop. I think I'm just gonna check. I don't think he's ever folding to a shove, so I think honestly, I think it's just better to take the showdown and then fold if he rips river once he calls that flop over bet. It looks like it could be standard just a shove turn there, but with his stack size, he's just never folding. So better to try to just collect some your equity there and go with it. Okay. I guess we should probably see if there's any tables open that we're not. It's low loose. Let's chill there. I'm just gonna c-bet this. Okay. Defend the ace deuce. 34 big blind stacks. Checks back flop. Yeah, we're just full there. He's a lot of jack X when he checks back. He did leave. It was only a matter of time. He doubled up. What do you do? Kings versus aces. Not much to be done there. Heads up. Especially with a guy who's clearly aggressive and blasting 3 bets, 4 bets. It's king. It's just aces versus kings. It's nothing to do. Two arguments probably could be made with the way we played it. Maybe we were like 3-bet, 4-betting in a way that he only has the nuts there. But also we were just trying to give him an opportunity to harvest. And the deuce. What if we bet the deuce there? I think we just go for showdown. 4-9-7. We'll just defend here against the 3-bet and the call. And given stack sizes, I think we just min open probably. Once MacGyver calls the fold 3-bet, I'm just folding. It's too likely he has 10s and jacks here. Yeah, that's just like 100% guaranteed with this guy. Okay, full check three. Raise the king nine. Yeah, so this guy, I think we have noted that he's just created checkers bluff with it through this enough. So he's just spewing stuff. So it's going to actually force us to really tighten up, which kind of sucks at this table. But if we don't adapt to that, then as much as we think we're a better player than him, position makes up a huge difference. Um, and he's aggressive and stuff. So it's if we don't change our standard openings to adjust to him being really aggressive, uh, then we end up in like just getting owned, basically. Okay, we're gonna ISO the tens, check here with the king eight, and we're gonna ISO here with the queen jack. MacGyver checks back. If he had a king, he would have bet. Just how it is. So what happened here? Yeah, chip in a chair, limp calls, then tank checks flop. Could be like fours, fives, sixes, sevens. And we're gonna three bet the ace king here. And we have to stick it in, unfortunately. I guess we should check tables again. Nothing. Even the 5 cent, 10 cent tables, or sorry, 10, 50, $1 tables. That was an interesting hand, that King Jack hand. Um, like, I guess with sixes it makes sense. If you give him credit for being willing to bluff those. Um, but I don't think you can give most people credit for being, you know what I mean? It's a good, relatively good hand to check raise there on the flop. The double check raise is very strange. Because it's not a value line that people actually take. And he doesn't have pocket queens. Probably doesn't have queen five suited or something calling out of the small blind. So he's basically saying like he has what, or 4 5, I guess, or 5 6. But even then, I don't think he's calling those. So he's probably calling like deuces to sixes and three betting sevens up or something like that out of the small blind. Or deuces to sevens, three betting eights up, or deuces to nines, three betting tens, it's definitely three betting 10 there. Um, just a weird line, I think. Like he won, he won the maximum, I guess, with his check raise. Uh, my only thought is maybe I should have shoved river. I just thought he was more likely to have an air ball than anything. But the issue is, I guess, if we lose to ace X, he just doesn't do that with ace X, right? Like, you're going to check call ace X. You're not going to check raise it. You have too much showdown value. I don't know. I think the best play is probably just to toss it away on the flop and not get it a hero calling on a random event sort of hand. We do defend here with ace king by just calling some portion of the time. It's pretty much to protect our our calling ranges. Or rip. We also rip it some portions of the time. I guess with sixes it makes sense. 8-16, just under half pot. I think with two overs and backdoor for just under half pot, we have to call one. Fold e3, fold queen three. Checks back. Question becomes, do we ship it? Pocket deuces, pocket sevens, pocket fives, ace queen, all continue to blast. I think we just go for the showdown here with ace king, beat ace jack, ace 10, like king 10s, king jacks. We do lose to all the smaller pocket pairs. But like queen king checks back some portions of the time here too. On turn, like queen 10, queen jack, stuff like that. Pocket sixes we lose to now. I don't know. I think maybe. Okay, good. Glad we didn't rip that river. Fold queen 8. Ace 9 off here, just fold, I think. Ace 10. Actually, ace 9 from mid positions. I don't know. It might be actually bottom of range, especially with fish in the button and in the big blind. We do defend here with ace king by just calling some portion of the time. It's pretty much to protect our calling ranges. We also rip it some portions of the time. Fold the jack 6. 10-9 suited. So we're probably roughly even-ish on the session. I mean, we're up a stack here. We lost a stack here. We're up a bit at all the 10-cent, 25-cent tables-ish. So I think we're probably down a bit, but not much. But again, session by session, we're just trying to avoid caring about. No action for chip and chair there. Okay, fold king 6, fold the 10-8, fold the 8-3. Okay. Okay, raise the aces, fold the 8 deuce. All right, we're just gonna hope somebody wakes up with something. Fold 9-7. Not a spectacular flop for aces. Queens call sometimes, jack call sometimes. Beat hands like ace, queen, king, queen. All right, that's an easy takedown. JK Killfish. All right, looks like we're into a heads-up match. I think Jack 8 suited's an open there, maybe. Jack 8 suited is an open from middle position. Jack 9 suited is definitely an open from under the gun. I'm not sure if Jack 8 suited or not, though. From under the gun. Definitely close. Check off flop and dog bets, turn with flush or straight, could get there some 10 and blinds, or steal, or stand, definitely not going for late mid value on turn around. Easy enough. So he's taking bet check back lines, playing too tight out of the blinds. Is what we got from those notes. I haven't seen this guy in a long time, so there's a whole whack load of stuff that could have changed. King 6 suited, we're going to 3-bet. Definitely a call here. Okay, it's a pretty good flop for us. Go half pot to start. Okay, pick up a flush draw on the top right. Obviously calling that tiny bet on the flop, nothing else to do. Be calling another tiny bet here if he lets it go through. Nice. Okay, we're gonna bet here on the queen 5-5. It's not too many hands he has. Nice, and he did end up calling here when we let it river. Just free money, you know what I mean, with that bet. All right, Jack's good. We'll check the Jack. Now that we've picked up a bunch of showdown value, probably had the best hand. We can go for value on the river. It's only like queen king or king and ace are really the only bad card that we don't want to see. And now we just target like ace x, king x, pocket sevens, something like that. A card like a 10, a king, an 8 is where we would double barrel. And we'll just float in with the 4s here, try to bring the big blind along. The Geiger's never 3-betting late, so I think given blinds, this is a good call spot where we can flatten 4s. Okay, full D deuce. Looks like we found ourselves a couple heads up tables. I open limps on 20 bigs. We'll just check there. And we'll raise the ace queen. Okay, checks back flop. We'll value bet now with the queen. And I think we value bet river as well. Jams it, we'll just let that go. And we'll show down the ace queen pretty happily. Okay, we'll just try to induce him to do something here. Not much to do here, but I'll call. I actually don't know specifically how wide we're supposed to be going, like heads up for value, like bottom pair. It's bottom pair like top pair, is second pair like top pair. Theoretically, just plays the same, I would think, but I don't really know. We're gonna defend here against a small 3-bet in position. We call one with the 9s here. I expect, I was gonna say he should be continuing to blast the jack or a queen. What's going on here? Right. I was hoping we could get him to shove there. Yeah, 19 bigs, bro. There's no coming on there. It's who's gonna hit a hand. Well, 6 deuce. $20 bigs. I'm just gonna rip it against with the king queen. King 10 suited will definitely bump it up. And we'll check. And we just click it in. Happily run it twice for him. Fold the jack 8. And we do hold. What do you have to do? You have to pretty much go runner, runner straight or runner, runner full house. Okay, well, that's been a bit of an hour. I can hear everybody up and running now, so I think we'll just end the stream for today. Session's probably around break even, and we'll look to kind of keep that rolling and keep our updates to weekly so we don't go crazy. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully we'll have a good update at the end of the end of this week. We'll try to stream every day again, close to it.